Hey everybody, it's Kristie Sanders, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my house, where today I want to tell you a little bit about Scentsy World Tour. So I have been a consultant for about a year and a half, and this was my first in-person world tour. I had the opportunity to attend last year, and then it went virtual, so we did it all online. So this was kind of an exciting adventure for me, and I want to tell you about it so that if you're new and want to know what to expect, maybe this will give you some insights, okay? So we signed up for World Tour back around the holidays, Thanksgiving or Christmas-ish, and I think the last day to sign up was December 31st. So the first thing I want to teach you is don't wait till the last minute. Y'all go ahead and think now whether or not you think you want to go to a world tour and make plans for it. There were so many people in our group that did not register in time and then were scrambling because they wanted to buy tickets from someone else, and that was against the rules, and people were all upset, and it was sad, but they couldn't get a ticket because they waited too late. Also, our location, we attended in Birmingham, Alabama. Our location actually sold out a few days ahead of time. So please do not wait until the last day to register, okay? So I registered, about 3 girls from my team registered, and then one of them was not able to go, but oh, we missed her very much. But gosh, it was so fun. So starting from the beginning, after you register, a couple of weeks before you go to World Tour, you're going to get a packet in the mail. And there's not a lot in that packet. We had a little notebook and our name badge. So I want to show you what that looks like. So World Tour this year had the theme of Lookout 2023. Okay, so we got this little workbook in the mail, and we got our name tag. Here's mine. Okay. So, but none of these letters were on here. So you've got, when you opened up your workbook, the first page is cut out for the name tag. And then there's some pages with stickers on them where you can take the little letter stickers and make your name. And then oh, my camera wants to go bonkers when it's something white. So then there was a page where it has different ranks that you have in Scentsy for you to pull those off and decorate your name badge. Now, I did learn that a lot of people, a lot of consultants like to give their name badge their own personal flair. So, and that is totally okay. So you can get all artsy and craftsy with stickers, with markers, with paint pens. Some people bedazzled their name badge with little gems. I used some stickers on mine. I did not use the ones that came, not all of them that came in the little notebook. See where it says Star Consultant? That's the kind that comes in the little notebook. And then my Scentsy director brought me a little ribbon to go on the bottom that says Team Scent Goddesses and Future Director, which, you know, is ultimately my goal. But it may take a little while, but as my mama would say, by the inch it's a cinch, by the yard it's hard. So we'll just take one day at a time, and so that's all of that. All right, so we got these 2 things in the mail. All right, and then and this is your ticket. So we did not necessarily have like a ticket to get in, but you had to have your name badge. And my husband went with us too, and he had a name badge too, but his name badge had a different colored lanyard. And I did learn last year at Scentsy Family Reunion, the lanyards all mean something different. At World Tour, there was just 2 colors of lanyards. The white ones were for the consultants, and the purple ones were for guests. So you could tell that at a glance. And then there were a lot of consultants will bring like little goodies to share with each other. And so that was kind of cool. One was giving out these little happy buttons to put on your lanyard. Some of them had stickers. One consultant had these little rubber bracelets that she handed everybody. There is such a fun sense of community when you go to these events. There's no competition. You don't feel like you are there with other people that you're competing with. There's really such a fun sense of family. And if you were there by yourself, other people are wanting you to come sit with them. That was really neat at SFR. I'm so sorry. At World Tour. So World Tour is just one day. There were about 500 people at our location for World Tour, and we could be there. The doors open at 8. The program started at 9. And while we were waiting for it to start, there were some tables set up with all of the products for all the new products for spring and summer, the new warmers, the new scent bars, and then there was lots of fun limited time offer products that we were able to get a look at and get to smell. There were spring wax bars that are pretty exciting. We got to smell those. We got to see the Easter collection. We got to see some Father's Day collection. And so that's really an exciting thing when you go to these big events too. As we were going in the door, they gave each one of us a piece of Laffy Taffy, and they said, everybody gets a piece of Laffy Taffy. Don't lose your wrapper. And we thought, oh, what is this about? You know, so I didn't even want to open my Laffy Taffy because I thought I'll mess up the wrapper and there must be something important. So I tucked my Laffy Taffy in the back of my little name badge and I carried it around for most of the day. And so I'll tell you more about that in a second. And then when the program started, there were 2 people up on the stage and they told us a lot about upcoming products that are coming out, upcoming events. They talked some about incentives that are coming up. And we got first looks at all those things. We got to see little videos of different people at the home office kind of welcoming us to World Tour and giving us some inspiring things to help us grow not only in our business but as individuals and just to make you just a happier, more fulfilled person. It was very encouraging to hear all of these speakers. So there were 3 speakers during the day that were actually consultants from our area. And so I anticipate that that's different at every location that you go to because the 3 consultants that spoke were from the southern Tennessee, mid-Alabama, Mississippi, that area, you know, closer to Birmingham. And so I anticipate every world tour might be different. And so that's kind of fun. So we got to hear from consultants in our area talk about, one of them talked about tools that she uses in the business. One of them encouraged us, well, all 3 of them really encouraged us and gave us some ideas on how to promote some of our products and just how to handle the ups and downs that everybody has in their business. One of them had some things to kind of show and tell. Another one of the speakers had a QR code that she put up on the big screen so that we could use that QR code to go to a file that she was talking about, you know, with a little checklist that helps her. And I love that about Scentsy because they're also giving and willing to share, you know, this idea works for me. If you want to try it, take it and run with it. And someone else would say, you know, this is what I did when I kind of had a little slow period in my business and this is how I got it going again. One of the speakers I've seen many times on her YouTube channel, and so that was kind of cool to get to see her in person. And after she spoke, I was actually able to go meet her and tell her, hey, I love to watch your videos. And so that was kind of cool to get to have a little conversation with her. She's just another consultant who's been through the same things that we've gone through, and they all were. And that was pretty neat to get to hear that. We also played a lot of games. That was fun. And you would think with a group of 500 women and men, plus all the staff members, that you couldn't really play a lot of games. But we played rock, paper, scissors, which I thought at first, how are we going to play rock, paper, scissors? So you had to turn to your neighbor and you played rock, paper, scissors with that person. And if you won the game, you had to raise your hand. And if you lost that game, you had to cheer for the person that won. And then if you won, you raise your hand and you find someone else that has their hand raised and you play rock, paper, scissors, and the people who had lost the previous games are cheering for you. So there started being these little groups of people all throughout this huge room of, you hear these little cheers here and cheers here. And that was kind of cool. And so it come down to, we ended up with 2 people of all those people that were playing rock, paper, scissors, and they ended up going up on stage and playing, and the person that won that little game won the new Sensationals Go-Go Mango collection. And so they gave away lots of prizes, and that was really cool. There was a bingo game. Let me see if I can find it. I'm going to find it in my husband's. Oh, that one's in Spanish. Yeah, this one was mine. So we had this little bingo game inside your World Tour notebook, okay? And so you were challenged with, before lunch, you need to mark off as many of these as possible. And if you haven't gone to World Tour yet, you're going to get credit for every direction that you hit bingo. So you want to get as many as possible, okay? So there are things like see the product display, find a good seat, post a selfie with your new catalog. Oh, and on our way in, they gave every person a new catalog. And so that was super cool. So we've already got to see our new catalog, but I didn't bring it over here to show you. I'm sorry. But we all got a spring and summer catalog. Meet someone from your hometown. Post a photo is the best new warmer. Okay, so you're going to fill this in. And one of these squares says to, where is it? Tell a joke to a Scentsy staffer. So that's why they gave us the Laffy Taffy, because there's a joke on the Laffy Taffy. And if you can't think of a joke, you could take your Laffy Taffy and read the joke and tell it to one of the staff members, and then you get credit for that square, okay? And so I felt so silly because I did not know that there's a joke on the wrapper of Laffy Taffy, but there was. I had come up with my own little joke. But anyway, so you, when we got a break, you could take your bingo card to the information desk, and they would sign off each direction that you had bingo. And I think it was possible to have like 14 or 16, or I don't know. I had 11. I probably should have worked a little bit harder on that. I didn't really realize at the time the value of that. And so you go to the desk, and for every bingo, they're going to give you a ticket. Well, here's my ticket. I put one of my tickets in the back of my name badge. They're going to give you a ticket, and that ticket has a number on it. And then at the end of the day, they took all those products that were on the product display, and they had a drawing with those tickets and gave out all those products. And so that was pretty neat. So the more you participate in that little game, the more chances you'll get to win some of the products. And so that was fun. And they had just had a few other little activities that we did. We danced a conga as a big group, and so that was kind of fun. It was just very good to be with other Scentsy consultants, Scentsy sisters and brothers that are sharing so many of the same life experiences as I am right now. And it was very encouraging and just really fun, because sometimes I feel like I might be a little over the top excited about Scentsy to my family. You would never guess that, would you? And they're like, yes, yes, Mom, I understand. You know, Jack is probably my biggest cheerleader around here. So he likes to do our little videos and stuff. But when you go to World Tour, everybody around you are so excited. And so even during the breaks, we'd be looking at our new catalog, and you turn to the person beside you that you just met that morning, and you're able to say, oh, did you see the new charitable cause warmer? Or did you see this beautiful warmer that would look so cute in a little girl's room? You know, that was just fun. It's just fun. And you don't feel like there's any strangers there. And even if you were very shy, you would still feel very included. And so I love that. I love that about Scentsy. All right, so what else can I tell you? We had a break for lunch. It ended up being about an hour and a half. I did learn, you know, that there's a lot of hungry people in that class, and you got a relatively short amount of time because you got to get all those people fed. And so we were turned loose on our own. Me and my little group that came in my car, we packed a lunch just in case we wouldn't have time to go anywhere. We did find a restaurant there kind of around the corner a little bit, but we waited a long time in line to get our our food, and some people drove to other places, but just keep that in mind if you're going next year, to have a backup plan in case food is hard to get, or at least plan ahead. Look at which restaurants are close by and anticipate big crowds, okay? Especially if you have a hard time standing for a long time, like if you had to stand in line we probably stood in line for most of our hour to get our food. And so if you have a hard time standing, you may want to pack something. It's a good idea to pack a water bottle or something anyway. We packed a sweater just in case it was cold in the auditorium, but it was not. A lot of people brought backpacks, and that really wasn't necessary for a world tour. So if I have to do it again, I will travel very light. I'll bring my purse and my notebook and my name badge and my water bottle, okay? Because you really didn't need it for anything else. On our way out, they gave us some goodies, but they gave us a bag to put it in. And I'm going to show you that in just a second, too. I'm trying to think if there's any other helpful tips. Make sure you bring a good ink pen and a backup battery for your phone, because you're going to want to take lots of pictures of the new products so that you can use those to post on your social media feeds in the upcoming weeks as we start to... as some of these products start coming out, you'll like to have your own pictures of them, okay? And you'll want lots of pictures with your friends. The old friends, the new friends, the teamies, total strangers. Like, we had so much fun. Okay, so make it a plan to go to World Tour. I should have said this in the beginning. Y'all, I get so excited and all my stuff gets all mixed up and out of order. So, World Tour is the event that Scentsy has, and there's lots of locations scattered around the country. I don't know if I told you that or not. And around the world. That's why they call it World Tour. And so it just gives you a chance, especially if you cannot go to the once a year Scentsy Family Reunion. That's the huge convention. Sometimes travel expenses are too much for people to go to that, or scheduling just won't allow. So World Tour gives you a place that's a lot more local. It's usually, you can drive to it fairly easily, okay? You don't have to spend the night unless you want to, depending on how far you live away. But the expenses and the time commitment's a lot less for World Tour, so it makes it a lot more doable, especially for busy families, all right? And so I think that may be about it. Anyway, let me skip to the good part. Okay, so at the end of the day, after they gave away all the products with the little drawings with the tickets, nobody on my team won from those tickets, but a lot of people did, and it was very fun. But after they did all that, then they told us that as you're leaving, all of the consultants who have the white lanyard, okay, are going to get a goodie bag, and all of the guests that have the purple lanyard are going to get a goodie bag. So I say all that to say, we had a couple of friends that left at lunchtime. Y'all, if you go to World Tour, don't leave, because you're going to miss out on good stuff, okay? And don't forget your name badge, because you won't get the goodies without it, okay? This lets them know at a glance that you are a consultant or you are a guest, and y'all belong here, and you didn't just walk in off of the, off of the street. And they'll give you your goodie bag. So on our way out, my husband, who's not a consultant, he's just a cheerleader, he was a guest, and he was given a bag of 5 of the brand new wax bars that are coming out. And they are, oh y'all, these are so good. Actually, I don't think I'm going to disrupt his. I'm going to show you mine in a minute. Okay, so that's what Morgan got, my husband. And then the consultants were given this tote bag. Okay, it's an insulated tote bag. So if you're not a consultant and are thinking, why is it insulated? It's insulated so you can put your wax bars in this bag with an ice pack in the summertime, and you don't have to worry about them melting if they're in the heat, like if you take them with you to a ball game or something. Okay, so an insulated, I'm trying to get it where it'll show, an insulated tote. All right, it's got a little water bottle pocket on each side. It's insulated. All of the consultants got the same 5 wax bars that the guests got, but we also got the bag, and we got a warmer, and I want to show them to you. So for the spring, These are 5 of the new scents. There's 5 more that we got to smell, but we didn't get to take home. And here they are. Tropic Nectar. Y'all, I'm starting with the best one. This one, you can tell, I've already warmed it in a mini warmer and a full-size warmer. It's so good. And I left my descriptions. Anyway, it's so good. It's fruity. It's sweet. You can smell tangerines and berries and sugar, and it's so good. This is my favorite. Tropic Nectar. And luckily, I took a guest, so we have 2 bars here at home to melt, and I'm excited about that. If you're a consultant and you get a chance to take a guest with you, take one, because then they get the goodies too, and that's fun. Jack, y'all have met Jack on our videos before. He's our youngest son, and he's begging next year. He said, Mom, if you go to World Tour next year, can I go? And I said, we'll try. We'll see what we can do. Okay, so this is, because he's heard me talking about it, and it just sounds like fun. Okay, so this is another one. This is Lake My Day. See the little canoes and the paddles on there with the water? If you look close, you know, from a distance, they all look similar. But if you look close to the labels, I like Scentsy's little labels. I think they're cute. Okay, so Lake My Day is a fresh and clean. It smells kind of manly to me. The boys will like this in their bathroom, I'm sure. But maybe their bedrooms. But this is Lake My Day. And it's just fresh and clean. My boys usually like, they don't want their favorite bars melted in the room, but they usually like a clean one for the bathroom, one that smells just fresh. Okay, so the next one is Sugar Blossom. See the flowers? This one is sweet and a little bit florally. I think I read that it's got a little bit of jasmine in it, and I'm not usually a huge floral fan, but it's not overbearing in this one. And it reminds me a little bit of sugar, which I guess in the name, Sugar Blossom. But I like some of these scents. This is the kind of scent I like to have in my bathroom. It's kind of light, and I sometimes like the sweet florals in the bathroom if it's not an overbearing floral. So that's Sugar Blossom. Peace Lily Be With You. All right, and see, there's the peace lilies. And pictures of lily pads on there. And I had a friend tell me, I didn't think peace lilies have a scent. And I didn't know, but I don't know that I've ever had my nose all right up inside of a peace lily. But it's white like the peace lilies are, okay? And it's fresh and not too overbearing either. I think that we'll like this one. It's just kind of a light, yummy, springy scent, you know. And I know that it is still January. Today is January 31st. But seeing and smelling all these spring scents and products makes me ready for it. So I love the fall and I love all the holiday scents, but I love these too. That's why I joined Scentsy, I guess. I just have a little obsession with all these things. All right, so here's the last one. This is Soak and Raise. And see the seashells on the case, and looks like a little glass of lemonade. See that? And this one definitely smells like lemon. And it's got a little bit of a floral note too. I wish I had my catalog and I would tell you what the scent notes are. But I love this one too. If I had to rank them in the order of my favorites, I would say Tropic Nectar 1, Soak and Raise 2, Sugar Blossom 3, Peace Lily Be With You is my 4th favorite, and Lake My Day is not bad at all. It's not my favorite, but it will be my kids' favorites, I know, so that's a good one too. So they picked some good ones to give us. All right, let me show you what the warmer looks like, okay? And because I know my video is going long, I'm sorry. All right, so this is the warmer. This is the Simply Diamond warmer, and isn't it precious? So it's a element warmer. I'm not sure how many watts. We're fixing to find out when I open it up. Inside, there's a quote by Dan Orchard, who's our president and interim CEO. It says, in life, we build strength as you continue to do hard things. Over time, what initially took a lot of effort becomes easier, and you become stronger as the result. That's very true. Very true. All right. So inside the box looks like this. Here's the dish. It's a glass dish. It's got the number 4 in the bottom of the dish. See that? So you don't want to go over 4 cubes in this dish. But I think it doesn't look very deep. You know, I always start with 2. Start with 2 cubes and see how you do. This is a sweet little warmer, and it would, I think if you have 4, it might be easy to spill it and make a mess. Okay, so it's just this shiny glass dish, okay? And I love a small element warmer in my bathroom, and I've got one in there now, but I think I'm going to replace it with this one. So this is the Simply Diamond. See the little diamond shapes on there? And this is what the little warmer looks like. Let me put a cube or 2 of wax in there. I'll show you. We can just start with Tropic Nectar in my bathroom, all right? So see, this has 3 cubes in it. I'm afraid 4 would be awfully full. All right. Let's see how many watts it is. This is a 12-watt warmer. This is what the bottom looks like. This is the back. See where it says Scentsy right here, the Scentsy logo. And then here's your indicator light. So that light's going to turn kind of a reddish orange when the warmer is turned on. That way you'll know that it's on because it doesn't light up. And here is your heating element, okay? That's the part that's going to get warm, all right? So that is a Simply Diamond. And it's precious, and I'm so excited to have it. Y'all know I've had so much fun being a Scentsy consultant, and I love, it just kind of makes you feel like you're part of a special group when you get a hold of these things before anybody else does. So nobody else can even buy it until March 1st, and we can't even, you know, we're going to get our catalogs and start distributing those to our customers probably in the next 2 or 3 weeks, but and they can look at them. But as a consultant, you get to have this and take it home from World Tour. And so, and I have no idea if the goodie bag is the same at all the World Tours or not. I suspect maybe not. Maybe you get something different in the different locations, especially on the other side of the world, if because sometimes they have different things in their catalog than what we have in the United States. But so that's all my insider's info on the World Tour 2023, and I hope this is helpful for those of you who are planning to go. And if you're not planning to, if you haven't thought about it for next year, think about it. It's fun, it's close, it's a lot cheaper than going to SFR, and it's a good compromise if going to SFR is too far away or too expensive. And it's very good. It's very good for you as an individual and as a business owner. And I hope if you see me at next year's World Tour, come and see me and let me hug your neck, and let's share stories together, okay? Thank you for watching our video. Please like this video if it was helpful to you, and please consider subscribing if you like this kind of content, so that you'll be able to know when we have new videos that are posted, okay? Y'all have a happy day. See you later. Bye-bye.